Okay, so my question was, what are the features that we're looking at in the next release of a product, right? And so we have the product as an entity type, right? Okay, so we don't even have that, which is fine. We don't really need it because we only have one product that we're tracking right now. But we have
That's right.
we have an entity type equals feature, right? And that's a list of things that we might want to add. You know, like predictive typing or drop downs or a new screen or something. We have another entity type called release. Is that accurate?
We do, but before we do that, we actually have another entity type called Stemmons application. So it's not products. Product is the...
Okay, so there's entity type is application.
Yes.
Which could really, I mean, other people might call that module, something like that, right? So for us, it's cases, departments, entities, etc., right? Just whatever the modules or applications are that we have. Okay, we have features, and then we have a release, and the release might be like 0.8, 1.9, 2.0, you know, etc. And these presumably have a bunch of data associated with them, like anticipated date, something like that, right?
That's correct.
Okay, whatever those things are, status. Okay, so how are we linking these things together? Should we look at the actual page?
Yeah, so let's go to entities. And to answer your question, the easiest way to get to the data that we need, and this is how I do it as well. So once you're in the origination center, you can choose the conceptual.
Okay, I just picked all.
Yeah, that's fine. And then when you're in all, you can choose set or roadmap.
Feature set and roadmap.
Yeah, we may actually change the name of that.
It's kind of a confusing name.
It is.
To me, it mixes a couple of different concepts together.
Right.
That we might not want to have together.
That's right.
Okay.
So when you're in here, you can actually sort. I would always sort it by the GM version.
GM is gold. Okay, so these are the versions.
Right, GM is Gold Master.
Okay.
And everything that's 1.3 is almost done. We're actually releasing that tomorrow. And then 1.4 are the things that we've moved to the next version.
Okay, this shows all of the features that we're looking at and some description and what anticipated version we're going to have it in.
That's correct.
Is there another way to look at this, or this is the interface right now?
Another way to look at it is actually going to the Gold Master version. So if you go back to the origination center,
Can I get it from clicking on one of these and going in there?
you could, yes.
Okay, so let's do that. So we'll look at this lazy loading in cases, and then because this is set up as a related entity,
That is correct.
and so now I can just go to this, and it'll open it.
And once you scroll down here,
Okay, so now we're looking at version 1.4, and we can open this, and it's brought up all the list of features that we're working on in that. So that's awesome. I get it. So in order to do that, what we did is we said, all right, is there an entity associated? I mean, a product with each of these?
there is. So if you click on each one of those, you'll
But
see the
It's just not showing in the list.
application. Right, it's not showing in this list here.
That's right, because we told it not to show it in the list.
I think so, yes.
Okay.
But it normally would if we did ask it to.
Well, if we go into this, we can also look at it this way. We can show us all of the feature requests associated with that case application.
Right. It's going to be a lot and mixed versions, so.
I know, but this doesn't really. I mean, this just shows the different versions of that application. But what we're not looking at here is the features.
Oh, right. There's probably a missing relationship here.
Right.
I've never actually looked at it this way, so.
So why don't we add that?
Yeah.
Can we do it right now?
Yeah, let's do it. So let's go to config.stemmons.com.
Boy, that text is very small. Hold on. There we go.
Sure. And then let's go to relationships, entity relationships.
Okay, so now we're going to set up a new relationship. Parent is the application. Is that what we called it?
Yeah, the parent is the application.
Stemmons application. And the child is the feature
set.
Now, when we change the name of feature set and roadmap, is it going to disturb this?
No, this is very secure.
Okay, so now we've created that relationship, and there it is, and it's active. So now, if we go to one of these, I don't know how long it takes to get there. New Easter eggs. So, where's one that will be in multiple applications?
I think the global list feature.
Here's one.
Yeah, localization.
Okay, so notice this is showing all of these different things,
right.
so it's a multiple select. Okay, so now let's look at config. Not even good. Let's look at entities. And let's see if that relationship is there now. And it is. There it is. So now I can see all of the features that are associated with this, and I can look at it by version, and so on and so forth.
That's good.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, what we've done here is we're able to look at, for example, a feature list. We're able to look at the release or we're able to look at the application. So without doing any, this is even before doing any reports,
Oh yeah.
is we can look at the feature list, that's kind of the raw list. We can look at the release and see all the features. We can look at the application and see all the features and so on and so forth.
And even what's even better than that, or is just to extend on that a little bit, is you can also see all the cases associated to those that have already been created.
That's right. That's another level of fun. Woohoo!